Time now for Rant and Rave, and joining Tommy from 97.9 The Loop, the
That's
morning
not
man.
Sylvie?
Pete McMurray.
Hi, Sylvie.
By the way,
Man, it's good to see Waddle.
Did you get this at the flea market
You guys
today in
wanna
the
touch
South
it?
Loop?
Blue velvet,
He
let's
is
go.
wearing blue
Is it
velvet.
Yes, it's real, of course, man.
It's real ugly.
Yeah.
All right, topic number one. Which teams will advance to the NBA Finals? Dallas swept away the Lakers, trying to get back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2006. They'll play Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals. And the Mavs will have had 9 days off before Tuesday's Game 1. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook helped to pick up that is where they left off against Memphis when they went off today. Will the Heat suffocate the Bulls MVP in games 2 through 5, 2 through 6, 2 through 7, and not allow D Rose to bloom? Who's going to the finals, Tommy?
I'm going to suggest that it's the Dallas Mavericks squaring off. That's Pete McMurray right there.
Hi, good to be here.
All right, let's start off with Pete.
No,
then.
I'd
That
be
was
happy
my
to
mistake.
No, let me start.
Okay,
The
go
camera's
ahead.
on me right now. I think we're watching the two best teams in the NBA play right now. Whoever wins this series will go on to win the NBA championship. Out of the West, I mean, you have
When's the
to
last
say-
time you watched Western Conference
I
basketball?
watched
Pete?
Dallas, man. Dirk looks fantastic. He's a closer. This
Yeah.
guy is in the, that's the guy you want in the clutch. Dallas comes out of the West. The Bulls will come out of the East, and I'll go one step further. The Bulls win the NBA championship in 6 games.
I'll agree with what you said about the Dallas Mavericks. I think the Mavericks have been the most impressive team throughout the entire playoffs, both in the East and the West. Portland took them to 6 games. Remember, that was a game that Dallas had a 23-point lead in. They blew, and then they wiped the Lakers off. Look, I know this isn't going to make me, look very
Here
good
it is.
in the
Say it.
Bulls fans' eyes.
Go
but
ahead.
I still have the Heat winning this series.
No, I have
Sorry.
the Bulls in 7.
Topic 2. Who is the best Chicagoan to ever play in the NBA? All right? Is it the MVP who grew up in Englewood, who won 2 state titles at Simeon and is now trying to bring home an NBA title? What about Miami's son of Chicago, who's already celebrated in South Beach with 1 NBA championship? Or maybe it's that guy, St. Joe's very own, who drove in 2 championship parades in Detroit. Is it D Rose, D Wade, or Zeke, Tommy?
You know what? I'm going to have to say Isaiah Thomas right now, but the story's still being written for Derrick Rose. I think there's a very good chance 10 years from now that the answer to that question is going to be Derrick Rose. But when was the last time you saw a pure point guard lead a team to back-to-back titles? When was the last time you saw a pure point guard lead an NBA team to a title? And I think it was Isaiah Thomas. So my suggestion is to you, Pete, that Isaiah Thomas is the answer to that question right now.
First of all, I'm a little partial to the 88 Player of the Year, Hersey Hawkins out of Westinghouse, who graduated from Bradley.
He's not an option.
Oh, okay.
How about George Mikan?
Dan Issel out of Batavia. I'm going to have to say, you have to think of Isaiah. He won a national championship, of course. He won, 2 championships in the NBA. D Rose, he hasn't proved himself yet, but I think the best all-around player is Dwayne Wade from the Miami Heat.
One title,
but this guy can score. He can play defense. He's an all-around player.
We got to move on. Topic number 3. While the NFL locks out its players, what types of jobs would you like to see some of these players take on? Now, I'll say this about Ocho Cinco. The man's trying his hand at everything. First, it was pro soccer. Last night, how about bull riding? Watch him here. He's ready. It's going to last 1.5 seconds. An 8-second ride is considered respectable. So what's that, Tommy?
That's
Wow.
That's a
called
ride that lacks respect.
Raising $10,000 for charity. Pete, what do you think?
Well, when I think of this question, I think of Jay Cutler working for the IRS for some reason, giving people bad news. I don't know. Lance Briggs, what can he do in the offseason? Maybe be a bouncer at a bar. He could be a tough guy for the mob. I don't know. Urlacher,
The mob
does he
doesn't
have
exist anymore, Pete.
Oh, it doesn't, especially here in Chicago.
No.
Urlacher, the neck, I don't know. I mean, could he be a time model?
Look, you guys are trivializing the most important sport in the United States right now. What do you mean, what are these guys? What should
are
they
they
be
gonna
doing?
do? No,
they
they're
should
not
be
saving
right
their
now.
money.
You know what they should be doing? They should be congregating somewhere warm and having passing camps, and they should be working out regardless of what the collective bargaining situation looks like right now. Stop it with your crazy questions, Lou. I don't want them to have other jobs. I want them to be football players. I want them to get out there and start working on their own until they finally come to some sort of agreement.
Greg Olson could be a hat model. He's got that big head. Put the hat on. You know what I'm talking about right there.
We
Greg
need
Olson.
to take a break.
But if they
Maybe
just
not.
stay
Yeah.
football players.
When we come back,
Good to see
Canucks
you,
and
Tim.
Sharks start their series. The winner plays for Lord Stanley's Cup. Plus, More Bulls reaction live from the United Center in 2 minutes.